everyone, I'm here, I'm back. I am out walking, out and about. I hope you can hear me okay. I haven't invested in a microphone yet, which I think now that I'm doing these videos more regularly, I think I will get myself a nice handy microphone that I can like clip on or maybe carry in my hand. So if you are hearing any like motorcycles or cars, it's just because I'm out. It's a really lovely day. It was rainy yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. Today is almost said Monday. Today is Sunday, May the 11th. So if you're watching this and you're in the States, happy Mother's Day. I'll be calling my mom when I wake up tomorrow morning because it'll be Sunday night for her. So we have a time set to talk. And so, yeah, I wanted to like take a nice walk before the sunset. It's like just after 6 p.m. right now, as of course the days are getting a little longer because it's spring now and it's May. And I really like this part of my neighborhood. It's lovely. It's very lovely. I'm like not in Seoul, but I'm in an area called Sungnam. So it's literally like 20 minutes from Seoul. I feel like that guy was like literally trying to get into my video. But anyway, I was on like the lower path, but it's like Sunday, everyone's trying to enjoy a nice walk out with their families and their dogs and ride their bikes. So this sidewalk is a little, I'm hoping a little less, congested. But yeah, I'm just taking a nice walk to this part of my neighborhood. There's like a lot of high-rise apartments. Maybe I can like turn around and you can like see one of them. Yeah, kind of, the tree is blocking a little bit because it goes all the way up. But I love how, pedestrian friendly this whole neighborhood is as far as like the paths. I call this area like, maybe I can turn the other way. The river path down there, I hope I'm getting a good angle of it, but there's like one side is a bike path, the other side is for like walking. So literally like this is how I get my walks in every day because it literally stretches like for miles or kilometers. In Korea they use kilometers but it goes like all the way up to Seoul and then it goes in that direction. So I really enjoy being out and about, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I should cross that way, but maybe I will. I think I'll cross the street over here. I'm kind of doing this as I go, kind of on the fly. So this is actually day 4 of the video challenge, and so I'm not quite sure exactly what I'll talk about, but one thing that is on my mind with me walking and enjoying this walk is a year ago when I was still in Ohio, like this was not something that I did a lot of. Not that I didn't want to, but in the States it's a very more car dependent kind of culture, whereas what I love and always loved about Korea, even in the years before I came back, like this is my 4th stint living in Korea. This is going to be long term. And so I've always loved how easy it is to like walk around, to get to places on foot, getting to the subway station. Like what I love about my neighborhood is how easily I can get to the train station or to the buses. Like there are dozens of buses that run on the main street that crosses in front of my apartment complex. So easy to walk around, stores everywhere. There's tons of YouTubers who also talk about, what they love about living in Korea. And yeah, I'm no exception to that. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have wanted to come back. Is everything perfect? No. But one thing that I wanted to prioritize and really dig deeper into before I left the States was, wanting to prioritize environments that allow me to feel, safe, to feel that I can prioritize my health, my mobility, my access to resources, like being able to walk around, to walk to a convenience store. Which, speaking of convenience stores, there's a 7-Eleven right here on my left. In Korea, you have convenience stores practically on every other corner. There's a restaurant. No, that's a meat market next to me. So it's Sunday, but they're closed. It's kind of a little dark now because I'm walking under all these trees in this pathway between these apartments. But yeah, there's the 7-Eleven. Can we get a good angle of that? If I need something, like literally you can get batteries, Band-Aids, an extra pair of socks, some snacks, some food, some ramen, whatever you want. And it's lovely. So I see a bank up ahead, so it's easy to walk to an ATM if you need to, you know, withdraw cash. And even if you have to use another bank that's not yours, from my experience, the fees aren't too high. If I'm like, oh, I can't find, you know, my Korean bank that I typically go to, I can go to this other one and withdraw money and don't get such a high fee. So yeah, I'm in another nice little part of the area, of the neighborhood. And yeah, so for you, what are some things that you like about your environment, or what influences your decision as far as when you're deciding to move, whether it doesn't have to be to another country, but when it's either to a new part of your city or maybe to another part of your own country? Like, what are some things that you prioritize? Do you prioritize safety, walkability, access to resources, being able to get there easily? So what's important for you? And I know for me, mobility, walkability. I'm going to go back this way for a second because it's a bit of an intersection that way. But that's what I love about being back here in Korea and being in a space where I feel safe to be out and about. No one's really bothering me. I can just mind my business. I've left places and events in Seoul like at 10:30 at night, not really feeling worried, like, oh, will I be okay? I've never really felt that kind of like threat of danger or any sort of thing. So that matters to me a lot, because that's not something I ever did in the States. Like, even when I was like, you know, catching Uber, I would be like, okay, I need to be back home by 8 p.m. No exception. I'm not trying to be out and about in an Uber late at night. And yeah, so that's one thing I love about Korea, just being able to take these beautiful walks. There's so many trees, there's so much nature, there's mountains, you know, pretty much on any corner or any direction you look into, you can always see a mountain at some point in Korea. Yeah, so day 4, you get to enjoy this nice walk with me. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Look at this little sculpture. It looks like a large ornament. Can I get a good shot of it over here? I'm gonna touch it, of course. Oh, okay, it's got like, you see are these bows? No, these are scissors. Scissors, but that looks like a bow. This is cute, isn't this nice? I like this. See, little touches like this, like there's no graffiti on it. Nobody's like smashed it with a baseball bat. It's like very nice and maintained. And I love that the environments and the living spaces are so well maintained. Like the fact that this apartment is like, it looks so new. The one that I'm standing next to, but it's very beautiful. And you know, I actually get asked a lot by a lot of Koreans. Pretty much anytime I tell a Korean, oh, I'm from the States, I came to Korea, the first question is always like, oh, why did you come to Korea? And there's always, you know, that's always the question, which is okay, because actually I think I typically ask that question when I meet someone who's from another country and they've moved, you know, to, say I was in the States and I met someone who was from, you know, let's say Italy. I would say, oh, what made you move to the States? That's a typical, you know, common question to ask. And, you know, it's interesting to see, like, my response is usually the same. Like, I'll say, you know, I feel safer in Korea. I like that healthcare is more affordable. It's very pedestrian friendly. Public transportation is easy to access. It's affordable. Actually, before I got on video, I went to the metro station, which was on my way to where I'm at now, because I was like, oh, I got to refill my transit card, which maybe this is a good opportunity to show you my transit card. So if you've never seen one, they all look different. Actually, some people do like, they take their smartphone and they do like, they tap through their mobile device. I'm kind of old. I don't know. I actually got this for free when I got here last year. I was in the central part of Seoul, like near one of the palaces, very touristy. And these Korean ladies, I guess they work for like a tourist organization. They had like a whole handful of these transit cards, and they were like, do you want these? They gave me like 7 of them. I'm like, oh, okay. So I still have my original transit card that I got back in 2011. I still kept it. It's funny, like all the years that I would leave Korea and would come back, but it's like every time I left, like I still kept a lot of things. Like I never got rid of my Metro card, which was like a little small, like little fob that you can just scan. I like this better because I feel like, I mean, this one's a little newer and it kind of scans faster. So when you're going through like I don't want to say, well, sometimes some of them have turnstiles and some of them are just open in a way, but you have like a reader that you tap this on, and it's the same thing on the buses. Like there's a little reader near the bus driver's seat, and you just tap your card, and there's like a little screen that tells you what your balance is. When you're leaving the bus, there's a reader by the rear door, and you can tap the card again and it'll give you a transfer to your next bus ride, or if you're getting on the train or what have you. So super convenient. Yeah, this is not something that you'll see in, it depends. I don't want to generalize, but even ever since 2011 when I came to Korea, the tap system was already in effect. And I remember when I was leaving New York in 2020, in the early weeks of the pandemic, they were just beginning to move towards like mobile tap usage of entering the metro. And pretty much everyone, if you've ever lived in New York, or if you live in New York and you're watching this, you have like your yellow Metro card that you would swipe, which there have been many moments where I would just swipe it and like the barcode or like the black strip, but like after your 30 days, you have to like swipe it super like, hard to really make sure it could read because you've used it for the past like 20 plus days. But this is really convenient and easy to pull out. You can reload it. There are machines in the metro stations where you place the card, and there's a place where you just put your cash in. One thing I would like them to adjust and make more accessible is having the option to reload your card using your credit card or debit card as opposed to cash, because I think the only time I do use cash in Korea is when I have to reload my Metro card. And so it would be nice to have an option to reload by just putting in your debit card. I think I saw 1 or 2 train stations where they did have the option of using your debit card, but that's not most of them. So maybe that'll come in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But this is what the card looks like. And so yeah, the question I get of, oh, why did you move to Korea? So public transportation is accessible because I don't want to feel like I have to, continue to drive up into my elderly years. I like the fact that if I decide that I don't want to drive anymore, that it's an option for me to not have to own a vehicle. And healthcare is affordable here. The cost to deliver a baby is more affordable here. The services that they have for like women who give birth here are super amazing, very well maintained. Excellent service. I think even customer service is better here. Like when I'm at a store, if I say, oh, could you help me with my bags? They'll help you with your bags. They don't like roll their eyes or like give you an attitude. When I call the banks to get like some help, everyone's like willing to go the extra mile. They'll even call you back if they have to check on something. They'll be like, oh, let's call you back. So I love that. I could probably do like a series of videos about what I like living in Korea. But being out and about and taking this beautiful walk has got me thinking about that, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing what it's like if you've ever visited Korea or you're thinking about visiting Korea. I hope that you'll enjoy yourself, and I hope that you are enjoying your life if you're living here, and I think that it's worth a visit. If you have it on your mind, give it a shot. I just kept getting pulled back to this country. I guess it was not meant for me to fully be away. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day if you're watching this from the States and it's May the 11th when you're watching it, or maybe after. I hope you've enjoyed watching my video. If you haven't, please like the video, please subscribe. I want to grow the community. I want to grow my voice and my following on this platform, and to continue to give to all of you. So thank you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.